Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Rodrigo with New Space 360. There is a homeowner mistake almost nobody talks about before a renovation. And the problem is, by the time most people realize the walls are already closed, the drywall is done, and changing anything gets harder and a lot more expensive. Most homeowners focus on finish, colors, design, and of course, those things matter. But one thing almost nobody talks about is how much opportunity exists while the walls are still open. Because before drywall, the house is flexible. After drywall, every change gets harder. If you're in the middle of a remodel or planning one, this is something you should really think about. Most homeowners renovate for today, not for the next 5 years. They think about what they need right now, where the kitchen will look best, what tile they want, what light fixture they need, what color of cabinets. But very few people stops and ask, what might the house need later? Because the truth is, we live in a time where every year there's something new. A new device, a new upgrade, a new appliance, a smart in something. And this is exactly why open walls matter so much. Open walls give you options. Closed walls take those options away. This is really the mistake nobody talks about. It's not just a bad design or a budget mistake. It's not just choosing the wrong finish. It's missing the opportunity that exists while the walls are open. Because during the construction, small preparation can save you a ton of money. While the frame is visible, the wire is accessible, and the layout's still open, a lot of smart decision gets easy. Later, those same change can mean open drywall, make dust, patching walls, repaint, and paint again for something that could have been prepared in the first time. And no, you don't need to future-proof everything. That's not the point. The point is simply this: take advantage of the moment. Think beyond today. For example, maybe now you don't want a TV on a certain wall, but what about later? Maybe today you don't need a Cat 6 in certain area, but what about later? Maybe a better internet in certain part of the house, but what about later? These are the kind of things people often realize after the walls are already closed, and that's when a simple idea becomes a more expensive project. So even small things matter. A wire loop in a useful wall in the middle of some walls, a low voltage wire in each room or an attic, just leave it there. Blocking the right place behind the TV, somewhere that you're planning to have a light. These things may feel small during construction, but later they can make a huge difference. Open walls are a window. This is what people don't always realize. While the walls are open, the house is giving you a window. A short window, a temporary moment where the house is easy to understand, easy to improve, and easy to prepare before driving. You can actually see what's happening. You can see the wires, you can see the plumbing, you can see the framing, you can see everything. You can see where decisions are being made. You can understand the project almost like an X-ray, and that visibility has real value because once the drywall goes up, that visibility disappears. The house may look finished, but it becomes harder to access, harder to change, harder to fully understand. That's why even small preparations during this phase can save you money and frustration for later. This doesn't mean the homeowner needs to become an electrician, a contractor, or designer. That's not the point. The point is to be aware that this moment matters and bring up smart questions while the walls are still open. You can tell your general contractor, let's think ahead. Before we close everything, is there a wall that may need a future wiring later? Is there a place where a small upgrade now could avoid a bigger problem later? That kind of conversation can make a real difference because sometimes the best value in a remodel is not just in what looks beautiful. The day the project is done, sometimes the best value is in what makes the house easier to live with for years after. And beyond preparing the house, there is another opportunity here that I think it's incredibly valuable, because even if you make some smart improvements, there is still a big problem. Once the walls are closed, all of the hidden information disappears. And that brings me to one of the smart things a homeowner can do before drywall. Get a full 3D scan of your project before everything gets covered. And the reason is simple. It gives you the entire project in one place, not in 100 random photos lost in your phone, not a bunch of pictures that is hard to organize, hard to remember, and hard to use later. A full scan gives you a much clearer and much more practical way to go back and see the house while it's still open. You can understand the space, you can see the project more clear, and you have a visual record that it's much easier to use later. That makes a huge difference because when the house is open, you are looking at a rare moment. You can see what's normally hidden, and having that stage captured clearly can save you a lot of confusion later. It helps you keep the whole picture, and when you can go back and look at the project as a complete space instead of hunting through 100 random photos, make a big difference. If you want to think of it simple, a 3D scan helps preserve the X-ray of the house before it disappears. And that's something a lot of homeowners end up being very grateful to have later. So the real mistake is not just forgetting one small detail. The real mistake is treating open walls like they don't matter, because they do matter. Before drywall, the house is flexible. Before drywall, you still have options. Before drywall, small decisions can save you real money later. And before drywall, you still have the chance to preserve what will soon disappear behind the finished walls. If you are planning to renovation or already are in the middle of one, don't just think about how the house will look when it's finished. Think about what opportunity you have right now while the walls are still open. If you're remodeling a house in a DMV area and you want a clear and practical way to document the entire project before everything gets covered, check us out at newspace360.com. If this video helped you, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. I will be making more videos like this about smart decisions during the remodel projects. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.